Unplug family, we are back at it. Yeah. Player gotta clean off this little desktop. What up, y'all, man? Hey, I just got some boxes in from BH Photo. I'm gonna share what a player got. Hey, last night I finished the Bel Air series. Yo, super dope, super cultured. Shout out to that. I remember when the video pilot, trailer, teaser, and it went viral and it got to Will Smith and then he picked up Morgan Cooper and all that. That was super dope to see that manifest. Nevertheless, let's open up our boxes from BH Photo. You know I love these BH Photo packages. I love this BH Photo tape. We have a lens. Now this is a top tier lens. And then we got a battery grip and we got a 256 gigabyte SD card for this camera. Cause I've been shooting a lot. Like literally, I'm shooting and recording like every day. Should we just put this new Sigma 16mm on to show y'all the difference so y'all can see the magic that's coming? All right, so before I show you, I need to ask you, are you ready for this butter? Unplug family, again, let me know. Are you ready for this butter? Woo! All right, you guys, I'm actually editing a video. This is about the radar detector. So whenever you see this, then you know I was working on that. And when you watch that video, you know I was recording this. If that makes sense. All right. Got the battery grip added to the EOS R. I know it makes it bigger and bulkier, but it's going to make getting that vertical Instagram content so much easier and also a longer battery. So when I go for these longer shoots. Someone's at the front door. All right, so not only did that cool stuff come today, this just arrived from in. There was a restock that I caught. Woo-hoo! 700. Oh. Booyah. Yo, it is time to lock it YouTube, baby. What are we doing today? Today's video, we about to get to the ish. Straight to it. Top 5 things that I dislike about this here 2022 Golf R MK8. Oh yeah, it's about to get juicy, baby. We're gonna talk about the things that we dislike. Swip out my list, you know, because I had to write them down, keep me on track, keep me talking. They're up here, but you know, I've been and went off on a tangent. Alright, you guys. So, the first thing that I dislike about this 2022 Golf R is the default settings. The fact that every single time that I start this car, it defaults to sport mode with auto start stop turned on. And the fact that every time before I pull off, I have to disable and change my mode to my custom mode. This is ridiculous. The fact that whatever restrictions or whoever has VW doing this, it makes no sense. The fact that why give me a custom mode option if I'm not even gonna be able to default to my custom mode? I'm like, I don't get it. What's going on, VW? Like, why would you give us these options? This is ridiculous. So I'm hoping that OBD11 comes up with a fix for it. I'm hoping that we can software encode and program, or VW gives us a software update that allows us to choose our default start mode and also allow for us to please disable permanently auto start stops. So what is the point to giving us modes, VW, if we can't even choose the one that we want to be our default driving mode? Something to think about and something to consider going forward for a software update, please, because it's ridiculous. Dislike number 2 for this car is the fake engine noises. I don't know who in the world came up with the idea of these, hey, we're gonna put fake engine noises pumped into this audio system to make the car sound like it doesn't really sound. That's wrong in so many ways. Now you may not care. I care. I want to hear the engine that I actually have, and I want to hear the exhaust sounds that I actually am putting off with my car. Oh, the KA band was an A1 hit, baby, because they definitely right here. It's 2 of them just sitting up chatty patty right here, you know what I'm saying? But back to the fake engine noises. No, it's not okay. I don't even understand why car manufacturers or car brands think that it's okay for them to put this in any of our vehicles. If you have a sports car, the noises that you should hear should be from that actual sports car. No! No fake engine noises. So thankfully for me, I was able to disable all fake engine noises in all modes using the OBD11. I'll have a video on that coming up really soon. I'll show you guys. It's extremely easy and it's extremely worth it, because now when I switch it to race mode or Nürburgring mode, I'm not getting those fake audible noises pumped into my system. So now I just hear it as it really is and as it was naturally intended to be. And that's one thing I just think VW going forward, I think the sound actor or whatever you're using, I think fake engine noises is a no-go, in my honest and humble opinion. Dislike number 3 is this audio system. This Harman Kardon audio system is cheeks. It has no soul. The bottom end is non-existent. Even with a dedicated sub in the trunk, man, my Mach 6 GTI had more thump, bump, and soul in that audio system, and it didn't even have a dedicated subwoofer in its rear. So it's unfortunate that I go to the higher tier car, a current model, current gen car, a Mach 8 Golf R, to be disappointed and let down by the audio system tremendously. It's so bad, it's to the point that I am definitely going to be considering an aftermarket solution. And here's the unfortunate part with this infotainment. It's not like you can just go out and replace this infotainment and be good. No. So now I have to jerry rig or get a custom fitted subwoofer, you know, in the rear trunk where that I don't know what you want to call that woofer is back there, and replace it. So now I have to spend more money to get the soul into this audio system that should have been there from the jump. This is one of the most expensive Golf R's ever. One of the fastest ones. You gotta give us the audio to go with it. You gotta give us some soul. We gotta have some low end. Like, music is, what is music without the bass? Or the sub? Come on now. Yeah, this audio system just has no soul. And honestly, I can, let me pull up Epidemic sound. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know, if you create on YouTube and you need audio, because you can't use commercial music, you're gonna get copyrighted. You can pull up the Epidemic sound. There's a link down in the description below. You know what I mean? Shameless plug, but I'll give you a 30-day free trial by using that link down in my description. And so if you create content on YouTube, you're looking to create content, roll with Epidemic sound. Now let me try to find a song so I can just play something real quick. Never was the one to go flick on. No face, no case, no picture. Full place, big stakes, my dinner. So before I play this music and I turn it up, notice one thing. I have to turn it up really loud to try to have any type of low-end presence. So it's like to the point to where it's not a good balance. It's like I'm turning it up loud just to get bass, but then everything else is loud. So now I got all these highs and mids piercing my ears. Anyways, I'll play it. I got y'all. Flip back. Last week, old money, this week, new rack, never buy none more. If I can't afford to gift wrap, stunning in your foreign car, you keep riding rental tags. Heard you rolling as a lean, we are not the same. Couple thousand in my pocket, this pocket chick. Rubber bands on my arm, this is not for play. I put 20 on the crib while you cop a chain. I know they hate it or love it. You know I love when they hate it. When they asked you was living basic. No. Haters on the other side, 3 up between the lines. Know I got some haters with me, made it through some evil times. Late night on some people time. Pour the Sprite, I need love. I can't lock your sweet love. Free time. Brainstorm, you can assume with your chains on. I can see none with the lights off. Cat. So, needless to say, for me personally, and I've seen it in the Facebook group, everyone feels the same. A lot of people, the majority, are let down and underwhelmed by this audio system. So that is dislike number 3. And it's a sad one too, because I was hoping for an ideal dope audio system in this car, because the Mach 6 GTI delivers so well. It actually over-delivered for what that car had as an audio system. And I was just, man, I was impressed. I can't say that about this car. Okay, so dislike number 4, I want to talk about the lack of options from factory on this car. Basically how the Golf R MK8 was served to us is one package. 3 colors, exterior, Every car has the exact same interior. You're stuck to this whole blue thing. Whether you go with the white, the black, or the blue car, the interiors are all the same. It would have been nice, VW, if you would have given us an option for people who just wanted it blacked out with no blue accents, because we customize our cars. We want to color change our cars. We want to do things so that we're not so locked into this blue. Even with like the blue strip going into the headlights, like I'm so committed. Like right now I'm getting ready to wrap the car literally in a couple of days and do like a full-on color change. And I'm left with the thoughts and consideration of, do I cover up this blue line? Do I do like a headline cover? What do I do in order to get my color change to go well? Let me mute this. You understand? So I just felt like the options were very minimal. Now I get it. It's similar on the GTR. You get the plaid type interior unless you go with like the Autobahn. I'm talking about back from the Mach 6. I don't know how the later models have been. But it's also cheaper for you guys. You just create one interior and then you only change the exteriors. I get it. Like, this was a weird time with all of the shortages and whatnot. But still, nevertheless, you guys, options go a long way. Maybe we didn't have a lot of options due to the climate and the state of the market. But I'm just saying, it would have been nice to have been able to have gotten just a blacked out interior package. Like, none of these accents. These accents are cool, but I also would have liked the option to black it out. Like, most sports cars have the blackout package. And that's for a reason, because a lot of people end up doing that afterwards anyway. My fifth and final dislike about this 2022 Mach 8 Golf R, and it's kind of a given since I'm such an early adopter, it's the spontaneous bugs and knickknacks every now and then. Now, I haven't had as bad of an experience as I've seen others. I haven't had as many bugs as I've seen other people have. So in this one, I'm kind of speaking up for the other people that I've seen have such, bad experiences, but I've had it happen to me a couple of times. Like, I've had it to where my audio would only come out of this center speaker that's behind this camera right here. So as I was saying, there was a time where I turned on my car, my music started to play. This, it's already bad enough that this audio is like soulless. And then it's only playing out of the center speaker up here. And it's just like, bugs like that make me wonder, like, what type of quality control was on this car? How strict were you with it? Or were you just hurrying up to get it out? The infotainment, I stood up for it because it's not as bad as people made it out to seem in those initial reviews. But you guys now are releasing the infotainment systems with a more upgraded hardware chip. So that shows me that you guys skimped out on whatever Snapdragon, whatever the heck y'all went with. The one that you chose obviously wasn't the best. So it's like, if you're going to go this route where you're going to do something new, you're going to take away all of the knobs and you're going to give us a digital representation, do your research. Look at what people love and use, such as iPads and things like that, to compare and make sure that your product offers a similar experience. Tesla has it down. The bugs that some people are experiencing, I've had it like one time where like my sensors and stuff weren't working. Luckily, thankfully, and stay that way, hopefully. But you can tell that this computer system, which like all computer systems, they're gonna have their struggle moments. They're gonna have the times where they're not, they just like turn on and just be tripping. It just is what it is. It's kind of like the nature of technology. So I'm not as surprised by it. I'm a little bit more forgiving because I understand technology. I use a lot of technology every day, and I understand all of the bugs and hiccups come with it. Some of the bugs that I've seen other people having, like, I feel for them and I feel bad for them. You got to do right by your consumer And even for like us early adopters who have to find the bugs for you and report back so you can make the corrections, we deserve corrections as well. We deserve the new chip. We deserve an infotainment swap to the newer models. We deserve you to understand and calibrate. Oh, we got a KA hit, so we got to pay attention. Yo, man, radars are clutch, y'all. I don't know where they was, but they was around. Ooh, this car can get a lot of people in trouble. Be careful out there. Nevertheless, I'm just saying, I've had the bugs happen a couple of times, and when it happens in your system and it's just strictly technology and you're relying on it because you have no analog connection, it's a bad experience, and it's amplified at that point. Thankfully, I haven't had a ton of those. But I've seen other people. I'm in the groups with other Mach 8 owners, and I'm paying attention. I'm keeping my ears to the street. So I had to speak up on that. But those top 5 dislikes aside, and me in all reality, as I drive this car more and more, and I gain a connection and I get to know it, like, I'm enjoying this car. The power, just, man, like, I can see that VW put a lot of their focus on the performance, and they might have like got caught up in that side a little bit, and you know, they could have ironed out these 5 things that I brought up and made it, you know, just an even better experience for the golf enthusiasts. But nevertheless, this car is amazing. It's awesome. I'm not at all like feeling like a dissatisfied customer. I was dissatisfied customer service wise with my buying experience, but that, I mean, you know, we need these manufacturers and brands to step in. Hopefully we go to a no dealership model to where we can buy direct from manufacturer as we do with Teslas. Like, just, I mean, I hate to say stuff like that, but I mean, the way dealers are acting right now, I would much rather just deal with VW direct. So outside of that, outside of everything else, this car is dope. There might be other nitpick things that I could think of, and as they come about, I'll talk about them freely in my videos. So if you want to watch Mach 8 Golf R content, if you just like car content in general, you want to see how we built this car, how we improve it, how we tune it, how we do whatever we do to it, stay tuned, baby. I'm doing downpipes, exhaust, you know what I mean, turbo tweaking, you know, we're gonna do it all. We're gonna have a ton of fun making this car even more fun than what it already is, and it is fun. Man, those turbo noises from the open air intake are just so worth it.
Yeah, I went from LA to the A on the run, you can tell where I stay at. Yeah, counting all this paper I chase, no sleep, call me jet lag, baby.